All right, welcome everybody. You're back again for another exciting episode of Dre Trades. And today we're going to talk about Draftkings. We're going to give you an update on the Draftkings trade, and we're going to introduce Rocket Mortgage. Rocket Mortgage is going to be a quick one, all right? I'm just going to show you the chart and show you exactly what we need to do. All right, but before we get into that, hey, like this video, subscribe, come back, because here at Dre Trades, you get great content and great trades. All right, so what's up, man? Here we are looking at the market, trying to follow through from that, yesterday. Crazy day yesterday. It was unbelievable. It was actually one of my most profitable days ever. One of them. Anyway, so here we are. So the Dow is down 162, but the NASDAQ, right? And this is why I was actually repositioning into some of those NASDAQ stocks, and we'll look at the heat map in a second. And then here, the S&P is down. Let's just go ahead and go right to the heat map, and you can see what's up. It kind of reminds you of the old days, right? Apple, Google, Amazon. Facebook is not down. I'm in that Facebook. Come on, Facebook. I'm rooting for you. So Facebook and Microsoft not doing it. If you take away those stocks and you look at the whole market, right? Just take away those green stocks. It's like, oh my gosh, it's a bad day. It's like everything is down. I see a lot of red out there. But so hopefully these leaders, or used to be leaders, can kind of take the lead again. It's been kind of sad that they haven't really been participating the last few weeks, except for yesterday. Yesterday, they all had a nice day for the most part. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about DraftKings, man. I did a video a couple of weeks ago, and I gave you a nice trade entry, and I was like, wow, I'm really liking it. And it was perfect, man. I made my money, and I'm out. I need to get back in. But let's just talk about the trade. Don't worry about me. We'll talk about the trade. Here's the daily chart on DraftKings, and it's doing everything that we expected it to do. I think right here is where I was liking the trade, right? Did the video, and then look at that. Kind of came on up. I got out right about here. All right. Just because I made my money, I sold a put. I sold a naked put, so I just took my profits. Anyway, sideways action. I like that. All right. So let's look at the 4-hour chart and just zoom in on what I'm talking about. Sideways action. You know what's up. You know you like that sideways action. Anyway, so you can see this trend line, right? Look at that. Let me see if I can get in here a little better, right? It's pegging that trend line perfectly, comes up, and we go sideways. It doesn't really want to tag that trend line like it has been and like it almost should. So I like that it's actually putting in a different kind of higher high, a higher low, excuse me, because it's not really tagging the trend line. It's almost showing more lift, right? More signs of lift. So I like that. I actually like, it's just up. Oh my gosh, it's up 6% today. But I like it. It's yeah, I guess everybody else is looking at it. It's like, yeah, perfect entry point. I kind of missed it. But I think this is a good entry point. It's just up 6% today. That sucks. I needed to get in before that. But what we need to be cautious of is we're coming into that danger zone of the 52, right? Up in here is where DraftKings did a secondary, and they offered the price was at 52. So we're going to have some it's going to be some selling in that area, most likely. Basically, a level of resistance, and just kind of look at it, because I think this is another area where we can get back in, especially if it pulled back. And if it can conquer through that level of resistance, oh man, I actually think we can make a play at the all-time high, right? I think that area is going to be key right here, and you could see all the congestions over here, right here. Let me go ahead and highlight that for you, right in here, right. You can see all of that, and that's what it's getting ready to come into. So it's going to be a nice level of resistance here. Probably, hopefully, can go sideways, right? If it can go sideways and maybe even catch up to this trend line, I think that would actually be perfect to make that play for the all-time high. What am I going to do? What is Dre Trades going to do? Most likely, I'm not going to get in yet. I like it. I'll probably wait until it gets up to here somewhere, and then maybe sell a put. Maybe sell a put into that action, like I did before, or a put spread. So that's what I'm kind of looking into. That's it, man. That's DraftKings right there. Let's talk about Rocket Mortgage. This is the first time I talked about Rocket Mortgage, or I will talk about it on Dre Trades. All right, so we're gonna look at the weekly, and then I'll come into the daily. Now, there's not a lot of data here, right? Rocket Mortgage had an IPO, what was that, around August 3rd? So not a lot of data here, but I mean, for the most part, since this thing opened, it's been down. It's been getting hammered. And you can see it's been making, right, lower, let me get my line tool, been making lower highs. There's one, there's two, and lower lows. And I think we can get into Rocket Mortgage once this trend changes, right? It's a series of lower highs and lower lows is an official downtrend, right? It's downtrending. We need that to change. We need that to change, and maybe I think we could be getting close, but I don't want to touch it until I see we can make a higher low. That's my kind of entry. Even though we won't make a higher high yet, we can make a higher low. It gets me interested. So you can see those lines I just drew. And if you look right here, it looks like we might be trying to put in a higher low. It's a little too late. Let's see if this candle can hold, right? So if this candle holds and we can start going up, I actually will like this as an entry. And we can use this low right here as a stop, right? We could trade against that low right there. So just keep an eye on this, because this could be setting up to be that entry. All right, so that's my sum on Rocket Mortgage. It's really that simple. Otherwise, it's down 1.18 today. It could just do this, keep coming on down, right? And if it does that, it's probably come down here and test this low. But I would love to see a higher low drawn. If it comes down to here, a double bottom is okay. Double bottoms work, right? But I like higher lows. I always think that, you get the buyers back in before the old support. And then generally that could be good momentum jumping off the floor for the stock price to go higher. So that's it, man. I'm just keeping an eye on that to see if this low right here can hold. And once it does, and you see this thing starting to go higher, I think that might be a good time to get in. To be more specific, right? If it can get above that green candle, boom, you could probably take that trade. All right, so that's it, man. I hope you like this video, and I hope you subscribe, and I hope you're hitting that bell, and I hope you're leaving something in the comments. Tell me if you're interested in Rocket Mortgage, if you're interested in Draftkings. Had that big sell-off early in the year. That was actually one of my biggest trades ever and one of my biggest losses ever, because I gave up all the profits. I was so thinking, oh my gosh, I was just loving the trade. So it just makes me laugh when I think about it. But I'm gonna get some of that money back in Draftkings. All right, so yeah, comment, hit me up on Twitter, Dre Trades, Instagram, Dre Trades, right here on YouTube, Dre Trades 2, of course, because I have another YouTube channel called Dre Trades. That's a long story in itself. And do all that stuff. Bell, subscribe, comments, and I'll talk to you later on the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.